Okay everybody, so we are back. Today we are doing some foraging on our property, and look what we have run into here. Another sought after berry. These right here are early huckleberries. They're blue huckleberries. It's a type of blueberry. They're all over here. These are massive patches. We're gonna go ahead and get some of these. We like some blueberries, man. I mean, they're just all through here, all over the place through here. Big patches of them. Go ahead and get to picking some of these. Oh yeah, you guys. These are good to go right here, man. Big blueberries. Look at that. Wow. This is awesome. Very thankful for this. This is an awesome treat right here, blueberries. They do grow wild here in Alaska. Sorry, you guys can't even see what's going on. Let me get to a better position here for you guys. So you might actually be able to see what's going on. I'm kind of getting eaten up by the mosquitoes. They're always pretty bad, but it is what it is. It's worth it for this. Let's go ahead and get these two right here, because these guys are ready to go. Okay, so that limb is pretty much picked out. Let's go ahead and check on some more of these here. Pretty good sized blueberries too. And they are edible, 100% raw, not gonna hurt you. It's a blueberry. And they're delicious. Wow. I can't eat these. Well, at least not all of them. I'm gonna eat some of them, but I can't eat all of them because I'm trying to get up a stash here. You know what I'm saying? This is just one limb that I've picked. We got a pretty good bit of them so far. These are the early huckleberries, but I do believe we also have another species out here that is called bog blueberry, but they haven't started putting off yet. Not like these. They're starting to form little like knobs, but they're not as developed as these. These are ready to go. They're good developed harvest time for these, so we're gonna go ahead and pick as many of these blueberries as we can, because we have a lot of uses for these. There's a lot of ways we can preserve them and use them through the winter, so we're gonna go ahead and pick as many of these as we can. And there's still a lot of them that aren't ripe yet, so we're probably gonna hit this patch, you know, a couple of times. And I mean, they're all out there. They're everywhere. You gotta be really careful picking blueberries though out here in Alaska, because unfortunately you have a rival, an opponent. These bears out here, they kind of live on these blueberries. It's one of their main food sources actually. So if there's a patch that you're going to run into a bear, it's more than likely going to be a blueberry patch, if anything, because they chow down on some blueberries. But you know, always situational awareness and just maintain your surroundings, know what's going on. You know, don't get too sucked into what you're doing, because I mean, yeah, the berries are important, but at the same time it's not as important you know, as your life. Most of the time these animals don't, you know, they're not super aggressive or anything like that, but if you surprise one, or you know, over food or something like that, they may become aggressive, simply because, you know, they're like, hey, yeah, I gotta eat this, you know what I'm saying? But I'm kind of like, I gotta eat it too, so but yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and keep grabbing these up, man. I mean, as much as I can look, I'm seeing blueberries. Excuse me, blue huckleberries. They are a blueberry, but they're not, you know, like a legit. Well, I mean, I guess they are technically. Huckleberries and blueberries really are kind of the same thing. But yeah, it's an early what it's called is an early blueberry or a blue huckleberry. And they're actually really good for you. And like I said, they're delicious. I don't have no one. Some pretty tasking work. We have a lot of berries on our property that I'm fairly certain that they are what I think they are, but you know, I don't want to be telling you guys that, you know, I know for 100% certain that this is what this is without actually knowing for 100% certain. You know, a lot of it still hasn't fruited yet. A lot of them haven't finished putting off, so but yeah, at least there's still, I mean, there's still a whole bunch of these, man. Alright, you guys, I've been picking for about 30 minutes now, and I've moved about 2 feet from where I was at to start. We're already at this and counting. I'm moving leaves back and just finding them by the dozen. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like I said, about 2 feet. I don't know if you can see all the mosquitoes swarming me. They're pretty rough right now, but it's worth it for all these blueberries. They're gonna be a huge part of our diet, so it's awesome that we can find all this supplemental food just out here in nature. I mean, these things are growing wild. I'm out here in the woods. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I've got these planted out here in the garden or something like that. These are just wild blueberries. Yeah, guys, check that out. So maybe an hour now. You know, it's a lot for one person to do this, to pick all this, but you know, they've got other things going on that they're doing right now. So I'm out here picking some of these berries, man, but for about an hour and moving for maybe 6, 7, 8 feet, something like that. I mean, I started right over there on the other side of this shrub right here, on the other side of this bush, if you will, is where I started. And I mean, maybe at most 10-12 feet, absolute most 10-12 feet, and we've gotten this much. Now, and granted, I'm probably missing a lot of them because I'm just kind of picking through them and getting what I can. The mosquitoes are kind of eating me up, so I'm trying to kind of be quick about it. But we're gonna get back to picking these and see if we can't go ahead and fill this thing up and maybe get some muffins or something out of these.
Hi everybody, welcome back to the kitchen. I've got a helper in here today. Corey's going to help me out. He was kind enough to go out into the woods on our property and pick this pint of early blueberries, or what they call huckleberries. So this morning we are going to make some scones. We're going to get started on that right now. So for these scones, or the way that I make them anyway, I'm just going to use some self-rising flour, which I do not have a whole lot of. It's not a big thing up here in Alaska. I'm taking a little bit of pancake batter, and I'm going to use that as an extender, and it'll add a little sweetness because, to be quite honest, the blueberries are just a little bit tart, not bad, but a little bit. So, and we got some milk, and we're going to make buttermilk out of that, which is just 1 tablespoon of white vinegar to 1 cup of milk. So we're going to get that started. Okay, so we got our flour in our bowl. We got our buttermilk ready. You just let it sit for a few minutes and it'll thicken up just a tiny bit from the vinegar being in there. And it's the same as actual buttermilk. I'm just going to pour a little bit in here. And if you've watched any of our other cooking videos, you know we don't go by measurement most of the time. We go by consistency. So I'm just going to get my hands in here and get dirty. Alright, so I'm pretty satisfied with this dough. Now I'm going to add in our blueberries and mix those around. Corey, you want to help?
Yeah. Pour
those in for me? Not all of them at once. Let me do some and then we'll mix and pour them in.
Well, you kind of got me frightened here.
Don't be nervous. All right, let's start with that. Let's see. And dough's gonna pick them up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All right, give me a little bit more. This side doesn't have as much. Let's stop there. Now you still have a bunch left to eat.
Yeah. There's a lot of work to pick those berries, man. There's a pretty good amount of them. I honestly, when I was picking them, I really only moved about maybe 8 feet the whole time. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of them that aren't ready to go yet, but they're in the process. They'll be ready in the next couple of days. I'm gonna hit that patch again for sure.
I've transferred the dough over to one of my air bake pans. I love these things. I'm just making it into a disc and flatten it out a little bit. It will rise quite a bit from the self-rising flour. I'm going to take my pastry cutter and I'm going to go ahead and pre-cut this into as many slices as I can get it. It's like a pie. Good enough, and now these babies are ready to go in the oven. I'm going to put them in there on 425 for probably start out with 20 minutes and see where we are. Now we're going to make a really nice glaze to go on top of these things. I'm just going to use some powdered sugar. Probably about a cup and a half. And a little bit of milk. And if you wanted to do, like I've made chocolate and orange zest scones before. If you wanted to use orange juice in your glaze instead of milk, that would work. Or even lemon juice, whatever kind of flavor you wanted it to be. That's a nice drizzle consistency, and over those warm scones it'll go even further. Can't wait to get them out of the oven and try them. Oh yeah.
These things look delicious, man.
I'm just gonna cut them again. They do kind of go back together, stick together like a biscuit.
The amount of self-restraint it took not to just eat the blueberries as I picked them was ridiculous, but this is worth it. Look at that.
All right.
Oh man.
And that right there, folks, is the original Bojangles Bowberry biscuit.
Wild blue huckleberry scones.
It's awesome.
They look amazing.
We're gonna try them out.
I can't wait to dig in.
Alright guys, tell me what you think.
Son, yeah, I'm going back to the blueberry patch.
In the kitchen and it's tasty.
Oh my gosh.
That is really good.
Very good.
Dude, for those to be wild,
Yeah, you would never know.
wow.
That's great.